me see what you have added. Angular JavaScript, then 3 years of experience, having 6 months of gap. You sended me a DM as well, correct? For this 6 months gap. Hello, you're on mute.
Now I'm audible.
We can hear you.
Actually, I'm having 6 months of gap, but actually there is a company of my friend like is starting a company on this name, Code Right Technologies Private Limited. Like it is under process. So I have mentioned I have worked as freelancer for this company. So is this correct or
That's
do I
fine.
have?
That's fine. That, but the you will get the offer letter and relieving letter, everything from this company.
Yeah,
Okay, then fine. Then you can mention. If they are
yeah, but
allowing you to give, then that's fine.
they will not give like this PF and all.
That's fine. That's fine. You can instead of doing that, you can tell them this is a small skills company, so I did work with them.
Okay.
Instead of adding the freelancing, you can tell directly I have been working with this company since this date. So don't put freelancing anywhere. You
Okay,
will get
then
the joining letter, you will get a relieving letter, then that's fine.
yeah, sure.
Okay, while talking about PF, you can mention them. This was company less than 10 people, so they don't have the PF account and everything. In this company, I don't have all those things. That's fine then.
Sure. I'll mention it. Instead of freelancer, I'll mention Angular developer.
Yes. Anything else?
No, actually.
So you are looking job in Angular itself, correct?
One more thing I have to mention.
Hmm?
Previously, I was not working as Angular developer. Like I was working in the JavaScript domain only, like Knockout.js framework and some Android native POCs and all. But now I have to change my stream to this Angular. Yeah. So I have prepared for that also.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I have mentioned that I have worked on Angular only, and I have mentioned that project.
So that's fine. So if you are able to clear the interview, then that is not the
Yeah.
problem. So resume wise, that's fine, I think. Just add things related to you at the top, something related, something.
Okay.
What is your experience? Then what exactly you're working? There you had a professional summary, correct? So that's where you
With
can mention how much years of experience you have. 3 years you
yeah.
mentioned. Put it
Yeah.
in the number, not a three, not the word. Put three
Okay.
over there.
Sure.
3 years
Sure.
successful. That's fine. Then Angular, quickly learn new technology, demonstrate. That's fine, I think. The responsibilities should come after your summary. Project responsibilities, that's fine. But exactly say what is exactly your summary,
Okay.
not
Sure.
the responsibility. Key highlights. Key highlights for you. Read for interviewer and HR. Not
Oh,
for
I have to add one section with key highlights.
so you can get it that resume format from the top mid. I have added over there already.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so if you try to see that, then you will find little bit idea how to add those things.
Yeah, sure.
Then according to that, you can change your resume. If you want
Okay.
to update your resume in that resume, that is also fine. That is the doc format. It's not a PDF, so you can edit.
Yeah, I have downloaded it also.
So add something like that, so it would be easy to understand. Anything else?
No, now we can start with our mock.
So you mentioned Angular 16 in your resume, correct? So do you know what are the features they have released in Angular 16?
Like some features are they have included
You can
at the
stop
rate for
sharing. Just a
yeah,
minute. You
sure.
can stop your sharing. Okay.
They have added at the rate for at the rate if at the rate else like before that we were using ng for ng if ng switch. So
Wipro.
like
It's a part of 17, not a 16.
it's a part of 17. Okay. Then like in 16 they have introduced standalone components in 16.
Hmm.
Yeah, like apart from that I don't know other
Okay.
things.
Okay. If you're mentioning that, then you should read about that.
Okay.
They have added some server-side rendering things. Then they have introduced Angular signals over there.
Yeah,
They
signals I
signals
forgot.
was
Yeah.
there. Then
Yeah.
they have changed ES build system, and they are trying to support just now.
Okay.
So okay. So have you written test cases for your project?
No, actually I have not written.
So do you know but anything about it? What is the test cases? What exactly it is?
No, actually I have not written for Angular, so I don't have any information. I have to read about it.
So read about that.
So like in how much depth I have to read about these unit tests and all?
At least basic you should know. What is if I see now I asked you what is the test cases, how we write
Yeah,
test cases,
yeah,
and you're not aware about it. So if you are
yes,
aware about it, at least you can tell that we can write a test cases in JS. We can use karma. We have to mock the
Jasmine.
services. We have
Yeah,
to means what is the syntax of that, how to inject everything over there. So at least basic things you if you know, then that's fine. So what is standalone components exactly?
like standalone components are, I don't know exactly.
Then remove Angular 16 from your resume right away.
I have to remove Angular 16.
You really worked in Angular 16?
No, actually, I have not worked, obviously.
Then this is the problem, na? If you are adding something over there, then it would be a problematic then later. Okay,
Okay.
so remove that first of all.
Okay.
Then so I will go now basic questions first. How many ways we can bind the data?
Data binding. In Angular, we can bind data. There is a two-way data binding with by using ng module. We can bind the data, uh, and we can also do interpolation. Yeah, and event binding. We can use. Am I
Interpret.
going right or wrong?
That's fine. This is a fresher question, so you should know you are correct or not.
So,
Anything else? So what is the use of NG model? Can you do? Can you share your screen?
one second.
Open a stack, please. Let me share. Do you have any running environment and at your local or something? Or open a stack, please.
One second. Stack place.
Anything in any environment where we can run the Angular. Now you can write over here.
Like what I have to write?
How many ways we can bind the data?
I have to write like how many ways to bind the data. Like I have to write syntax or what?
I want to bind some data to HTML. So how can I bind it? That is what I'm asking.
So one is interpolation. So we have to like this is the main.ts file. Like the name is Angular, so we can I can write the HTML part here, right?
Yes. Where you are writing, is this correct?
Inside body, I'm writing it.
What is
It's
component in Angular?
uh, like component is the
Com
basic building
component,
block of yeah.
component.
Here is the component part. Normally we have a source folder, and then inside that we have like we can create components.
Can you open main.ts file? What is the use of that file? Any idea?
Actually, I'm getting confused. We can write here in template part.
Just create one ng model and assign that value to input box.
I can use this one.
You can add the name Angular over there as well. We already have the Angular variable.
Name
That
variable.
name
Okay.
variable. Yep. Just pass a name over there. No, it will not work. Do Control S once. You should show that now here, starting the web dev. It will throw error, and you have to tell me why.
Okay. Yeah, like maybe I have to import one module,
Which module?
forms module.
Is it a part of core
No, no, actually. And I have to mention it.
in import array?
Here is the import array. I have to create it.
You have to create it. That's fine. Uh, this is what I was trying to ask you one thing with the model. Now tell me what is difference between template driven form and the reactive form?
Template driven form and reactive forms. We write the HTML, most of the HTML, and in like reactive forms, we write like our HTML code in this template only in the TS file. And which one is better like depends if we have to tackle a small amount of like data, like we have to create a form for login or something, so we can use template driven forms. And for large data purposes we can use reactive forms.
And what about that? What are the element we have to use with a reactive form? Elements means I want to assign the form's control to someone. How can I do that in the template? Any idea about it?
Like there is form group and
Hmm.
something
Anything else?
like I have read about form group, like we can do this dot some form name, and then this dot form group something.
That's fine. Read about that little bit. We have to
Okay.
use form controls and everything. Have you heard about TrackBy in Angular?
No, actually.
Have you used ng for?
For like G4. It is used for like looping purpose.
So suppose I want to show some different background to first element, even element. I want to
Okay.
show a color red to even element, and if it is odd, then green. Then any idea how can I do this?
Like I have to use ng for, and for even elements I have to give some color, and for
Hmm.
odd elements I have to give some
Different
different
color.
color.
Yeah, correct.
I can try. I have to write the code. We will give that condition that I is equal to index, and if we want to mention even, then even is equals to even. We can do that, and that we can use interpolation in between that. So like we can interpolate items,
Hmm.
and we can use ternary operator for like even and odd.
Have you seen that there is a directly ng for use as a even and odd over there, first element, last element, everything. Have you seen those?
No, actually.
So instead of writing the code, you will get it with the ng for itself.
Okay.
So with it, we can do that easily. What is observable?
So basically, observable, we can say that it is used for asynchronous data, and observable and observable things. Like we can subscribe to any observable for like getting some data from API,
Mm-hmm.
and in
Then
case of
see
yeah,
if you want to get some data, just a minute.
yeah,
Hello. Yep.
yes,
So I was saying that see we're getting data from a service, correct? We call
okay,
some API in the service, and we
okay,
get the data from service. Okay, and
okay,
from service to component, you subscribe it.
okay,
Okay, so that's the use of typically subscriber and observable. So
yeah,
same thing, if I create one function, if I call some API with a fetch
okay,
function instead of using the HTTP and all.
yeah,
Okay.
okay,
So I get the data from the fetch API. I'm returning that data to component.
okay,
Okay. So what exactly the difference between both? Getting data through the fetch API with a promise, and what is the difference between observable then?
okay,
I'm
okay.
asking
So
observable versus promise. What is the difference between both?
okay, okay. So like the main difference is that uh, promises cannot be cancelled in the mid execution,
Hmm.
but the observables can be cancelled, and like the promise like it promise yeah promise can be used for only like one for one time only, and observables can be used for multiple data streams. Like it can emit a multiple data also. It can be used, I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else difference between them?
Uh, Let me think. Mm, yeah, one difference is like observables are lazy. I have like heard it somewhere. Observables are lazy.
What is
They
lazy
do
means?
not means they not start they do not start the quick execution when they are subscribed. But in case of like promises, they are what we can say, they starts their execution immediately after the creation.
Okay, but I'm not getting exactly what you mean to say. See, I'm calling one function, one click of some button, then only I will get the data from promise as well, correct? If
Yeah,
I have some, but
yeah, in case of subscription, like when we subscribe, like the time, when we do not subscribe to the observable, like until then it will not start working.
yeah, but same thing now. So if I'm not calling that API on some of the action with a promise, then it
Okay.
will not execute. So what exactly difference between them?
No, actually I'm talking about subscription, like we have to subscribe to the observable to
Hmm.
start its execution, but in case of promise, like it starts its execution immediately after it gets created.
See, but you're not getting my question then.
Okay, okay,
You
then
have written
sorry.
get data function, okay?
Okay,
In a, you have two function, get data from promise, get data from observable, okay?
observable. Hmm.
You are calling two functions from one of the actions from the component,
Okay,
okay? You are saying that promise get automatically execute
yeah,
without subscription and all, correct? Because we don't need to subscribe it,
yes,
okay? But if you are not calling that from the component, then how it will get execute? That is the question.
yeah, so it will not get executed in that case.
So read about that more because your answer is correct, but you are not having the clear idea about it. Okay.
Okay, okay, sure,
Okay. Read about those. Okay. Now tell
sure, sure.
me what is difference between subject and observable?
Like subject is a type of observable.
Hmm.
So basically, subject. Mm, I know there is like one is subject and one is behavioral subject. Uh, Observable versus subject.
Hmm.
Let me. Actually, I don't know the exact difference between this.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay. What is the use of subject then?
Yeah, like subjects, like when uh, subject. In case of subject, so, yeah, like subject behaves like both observable, like observable and observer, and in case of behavioral subject, no, that is the difference between subject and behavioral subject.
Hmm.
Like basically, it is used for like handling asynchronous data and yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Now next question. What's difference between subject and behavioral subject? But you are not clear. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
okay.
actually,
That's
yeah,
fine.
I can tell you that that in case of subject, like it is not having an initial value,
Okay. That's
and
fine.
in case, yeah,
That is correct. Okay. But now tell me when we you when you will use a behavioral subject then see
like when, okay,
if you the different both are working same only the difference between initial value
yeah,
but on what condition you will decide what to use.
mm, maybe like when there is a type of work which is dependent on previous value. So,
No,
uh,
read about it.
okay.
Okay. Okay, now tell me, have you worked with the RxJS? Have you seen RxJS somewhere?
Yeah, I have like seen some operators and all of RxJS,
So which operator you liked in RxJS?
like map, filter, these.
Okay, where we use this all those things? Do you know?
Yeah, like map can be used. Like map is like we can say instead of for each loop we can use map if
No,
we
no, no,
want to.
no. The
Okay.
no, question is not that.
Okay.
Okay, question is that where you use map filter in a code with the RxJS operators. That is what I am
Like
asking.
place you are asking.
Yeah, where you call these things.
Okay. So in which life cycle hook we call it?
No, 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 no. See, you have an API, you are getting some data from backend. Okay.
Okay.
You are
Okay.
subscribing that observable and you are getting that data in your result and you are printing that.
Okay.
Okay. You are getting age. Okay. From the backend.
Okay.
Age and name.
Hmm.
Okay. I
Okay.
want to get the list of names who has age more than 40.
Okay.
Okay. Then how you will write this code? Let's create that
Mm,
example. Let me show you. Just open another Angular code.
uh,
Let me give
like
you.
another window of this.
No, no, no. Let me open some fake API. Just a minute. I'm giving you one small example. Over there,
Right.
we have already calling one service. We're getting some data from there.
Okay.
Let's see if it is working or not. Yep, like it is loading. Okay. Open this. I'm pasting in the chat.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we're getting data from users, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now what you have to do, let me see the what is the exactly we are returning over here.
What I have to do?
Just a minute. I'm checking the
Okay.
response.
Yeah, it is giving.
Okay. We're getting ID over there, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct?
Yes.
Yep. George, one George, correct over there.
Yes. Yes.
So write a code to just update it by 1 to add 10 everywhere. It should be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Where you will write
Uh,
all these things and how you will do this.
okay, I have to multiply each by.
Just add 10 of each number.
Where I have to add like it's
George will be 11, Janet will be 12, Ima will be
okay.
13.
Okay, in the index only.
Yeah, not the index. It's a ID. You can
Yeah,
check the
ID.
response. You can check the response.
Yeah. 1 second. Mm, What we can do is in the cat users. This don't trust cat.
You don't need to write anything here. Where you write your RxJS operator and all. So you can
Actually,
write.
I'll write in this only get users.
Okay, right.
Like firstly, we have to use pipe.
Hmm.
So what we can do is write a dot pipe,
Hmm.
and then we can use map.
Hmm.
Pipe and like in this format we can use it. So the name is users, right?
What is the
So
dot map?
mm, dot will not be there. Users. User ID. So we can use Tried operator. Future ID multiply by and bracket. 1 second.
Do we need to import those pipe and map at the top from RxJS?
Yeah, actually, we have to import RxJS operators.
Hmm. Import it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
RxJS operators.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Map. 1 second. File. Maps. These are the basics.
Why you have written like twice a map over there?
Like this one.
Yep.
ID.
Check the response first. What it is returning, so you can write more efficiently that.
Project code. What does this mean?
What?
Project code.
Yep,
It is
that's
not what.
fine. That
User ID. User employee ID.
check the response first, buddy.
Yeah, like it is not getting changed.
Inspect it. Check how the data you are getting from the backend first. Then you can check na. So where we have to add that ID and all. Go to network tab.
Okay.
Just do something in the user service, so it will reload that page. Just add a line or something. Just put enter anywhere.
Okay.
Okay. Now check. User's call will be there at the end. See. So this is what you are getting. Okay. So you are
Okay.
adding. You should be adding user.data over there. You should have to do this.
ID. Okay. Okay. Instead of user.id, I have to use user.id.data.id, right?
That you have to tell me.
I think. ID. No, it is array. Mm, okay.
You have to work on user.data, not users. Okay, that's the problem. We are showing data object, not the page one, page per six, total 12, two pages. Okay, we are working on data itself. So right now the code belongs to your user. User means that first object, whole first
Okay.
object.
I have to use users instead of user.
No. Check check component, how they are showing the data, how they are getting the data from this service. Get users. Check component code once. Home, home, home. Okay. They are getting data, result, data. Okay. From there only they are binding data. So right now you are writing the loop on outer object, not this data. Your loop should be
Okay.
on data. That map should work on the data.
Uh, Actually, I'm not getting this.
What?
Like what I have to use here.
Okay. Okay, but that's fine for now. But try later. If you want to do Google, that's fine. You can try. But try to do something like this. Okay, this will
Okay, okay,
helpful
sure.
for your interview next time. Because sometimes some of the interview gives a fake API, like the way we have right now, and they
Okay,
asked you to write the code to get the data from this API to and show that data to the table.
okay,
Okay, right now we're just looping over here users. Okay, they will ask like that. Then if you clicked on the George now, it will redirect it to details page. Okay. So that also sometimes asked by interview. See this
yeah,
detail. Okay. So try to work on this and try to solve such kind of things in the stack blitz. Okay. In Angular,
okay,
mostly the stack blitz get asked. Okay.
okay,
So work on that little bit.
okay,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. We'll move to the next question then.
Okay,
Uh, okay. Okay. So I will ask you now simple question. So,
okay.
why constructor get called first in the Angular?
Like for the initialization, like whenever a component is created,
Hmm.
the first thing called is constructor for like initialization.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can initialize our services or something in the constructor.
Okay. But why? Why constructor get called? That is the question. Why not other functions get called first?
Hmm.
What is the type of component first of all? Have you
Type
seen
of
that?
no, actually.
Check it here. Go to component.
Component.
Just close that network tab.
Okay. Yeah.
Open any component file.
Okay.
Component file, not HTML. Component. Component.
Which component? Like
You already open a component. Detail component.ts. It is already open.
yes,
This is the component.
yes.
Okay. Now tell me what is the type of this component?
Type of this component.
Yeah. It's already written there. If you see properly.
This then
It's a class, buddy. Line number 10. Export
okay, okay.
class. Okay. You have a
Yeah.
class.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
And do you know relation between class and constructor now?
Uh no, actually.
Okay. So whenever classes comes in the code, by default constructor get called first. Okay.
Okay.
and the component are based on the class. That's why constructor get calls first every time. Okay, before any other method in the Angular.
Okay.
Okay, so that was the question. Okay. Mm, okay, so another small question for you. What is the difference between TypeScript and JavaScript?
Yeah. So basically, like TypeScript is the superset of JavaScript. Like it
Mm-hmm.
is more strictly typed. Uh, like we have to mention the like uh, uh, type of variable or something we want to declare.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Superset means what? What do you think about it?
like it is more superior. It is having type checking.
Okay, but if someone wants to create a website, okay, that
Okay.
website she wants to load into the browser, okay. So
Okay.
what language browser understands?
JavaScript.
Okay, JavaScript, HTML. Okay,
Yeah.
then why we write a code in the TypeScript instead of writing JavaScript?
Mm,
See, at the end, what is happening? You are writing in the code TypeScript, it is getting converted to JavaScript. Then it
JavaScript.
goes to
Yeah.
the browser. Then
Yeah.
why to put the extra burden on the code or a browser to change it, then JavaScript, then move it to that? So, any idea
Like
about it?
it is more developer friendly. It gives you type errors like in the coding phase only.
Okay. Okay. Read a little bit more. You are correct, but your answer should be more confident. Okay. You are telling your answer correctly, but you are not confident on that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Read about little bit about it. Okay.
Okay.
What is difference between ng build and ng serve
ng build and
and
ng
ng serve?
serve. Like
Yes.
ng serve is used for like when we want to run our like application locally on some local host or something, and
Mm-hmm.
ng build is used for uh, like we want to if we want to deploy application, so like we can it will build the application, like it will create a dist folder, and
Hmm.
some files will be there, so it like it is used for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you seen the environment files? Did you work with multiple environments in Angular?
Actually, I have seen it. Like I like previously, I created some a project which was having like Firebase as backend. So
Mm-hmm.
like I have like I have to write some like code in environment.ts file also for that.
Okay.
I remember that.
Hmm. Check that environments files as well. Why we created, how you configure that. Okay.
Okay.
Then how we call those APIs from the environments. Right now, if you go to the service file, can you go to
Okay.
service?
So this was yes.
Open that service. If you see now here, we're calling the this dot API user.
Yes.
Okay, so from where it is coming, like that's
Okay.
things. Okay, because we should be knowing about that as well. So where it get configured, how we are calling it.
Like where is that environment.ts file? Like I have seen, I have like I'm creating a project in Angular 17 only, like environment.ts file is not there.
Okay.
Like in previous versions of Angular, when like I created some project or something, then it was there environment.ts,
Mm-hmm.
but in new versions it is not there by default.
No, they are maintaining the multiple environments based on the something else. Okay, that's why.
Okay.
It is not mandatory to use this environment files. We can create our own JSON files according to environment. That is also fine. But depends upon the how we are working on that. That's okay. So you are not getting that API from where it is getting called.
Yes.
Go to module file, app module
App module,
below.
yes.
Here use value is there, API
Provide
URL.
us that.
Okay, so that's where whenever you are calling API URL in your code, it get replaced with the use value. Okay,
Okay.
that was the thing. Okay, so I think Vaibhav, I think you have to read more theoretical things. You know the practical things, but you are getting confused with the theoretical questions, correct? So
Yes.
prepare little bit those questions.
Okay.
Okay, and JavaScript, I'm not aware right now, so we have not taken your interview for JavaScript. Maybe we can have another interview with you for that later.
Yeah, like can we schedule an interview for like next weekend? So like I'll prepare for it.
Okay, prepare it, then we can have no problem.
Okay.
But prepare in the depth because I will ask you some of the nested object questions, how to transform them, like those questions.
Okay. So like from where I can practice these type of questions.
Uh, so it's see, I don't have any questions. So I as we taking as I am taking your interview,
Hmm.
according to your answer, I'm trying to create a questions, correct? So
Okay.
I don't have, but I wanted to make sure that you have the concept clear, correct? So that's where
Okay.
I was trying to ask you the question in depth. How can I use? You have written pipe correctly. You have written map as well correctly. At least you know the concept, how to write the code and where you have to write. So that's where
Yes.
the things comes. Okay. Suppose one interview asks you to write the service, but
Okay.
you are not aware about how to write the service, how to return the data from there, then
Hmm.
that would be the problematic. At least you know that thing. Okay. And about
Okay, I have to
practice,
prepare
so
for that.
yeah, so
Mhm.
the practice which I told you now. So this example, you can try to map this. You already tried that, but don't it go, let it go. Try to update this user's ID 10,
Okay.
12,
Okay.
like that. So at least you will clear that idea. If I want to map something in the service, then what is
Hmm.
the syntax and how can I map it? So this concept will be clear for you. Okay.
Okay.
And about the JavaScript question, so you can go to top mid. We have already the questions over there. I have
Okay.
created that zero to hero UI cheat sheet. If you
Okay.
want to take that, then I can share the link with you now itself. So you can
Yeah, please
prepare
share it.
that. Yeah, just a minute. Uh, you can open in the chat itself. I'm pasting in the chat. In the chat, I'm pasting. Okay, I have pasted in the chat. So here you will get Angular questions and JavaScript questions.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay. Sure.
you can go through this question. Then if any questions, see now after this, if you have doubt of any question, then you
Okay.
can ask me anytime. I will try to explain you the concept the way I was trying to explain now for
Okay.
NG that odd and even concept.
NG4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, if you are lacking in somewhere, then you can ping me anytime, or in the interview you can ask me question. So before
Okay.
we start our interview, you can just ask me the question, then we can talk about it. Okay.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
But prepare the JavaScript in depth now because I will ask you the mostly the question of the JavaScript.
Sure.
Okay. And you will get HTML, CSS, and JavaScript questions in the below one. Okay. And in above one, you
Okay.
will get all the Angular questions, which
Okay.
which we talked today, little bit about it.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Okay then. All the best. We'll see you in the
Okay.
next week. You can book itself today as well if you want to.
Okay.
We
Okay.
can.
Sure.